mate. How's it going? Worries. Who's you today?
There's another person coming. Oh, really? Might be a little bit tight here, but...
Thanks, mate. Well, hopefully not too cramped up here then.
We should be right.
Yeah, sweet. I got paddle there as well if you need it. Not afraid of heights or anything, are you?
Nah,
No,
how far
sweet.
up we're going to go?
Probably 5-6 meters.
That's alright.
Yeah, sweet.
It's got a bit of a cover as well.
Hey?
Could have got a bit of a
Yeah, I
cover.
know. I was thinking that.
Can't have everything.
I guess so. It'd be a nice shot there.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you know why the other pitch is closed?
They usually redo the grass.
Oh, really?
I don't know why they left it so late this year.
Yeah.
Did any games this weekend? Or was
Hey?
this did any games this weekend? Or was this the first one?
No, first one. They got cancelled for last night.
Oh yeah, what happened in that game?
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about it, just that it wasn't on.
So a friend that was supposed to do that.
Oh, yeah.
It came up on like sports TV where it is that a lot of games being cancelled. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I can understand if it was rain or something.
Yeah,
like
good
that.
weather though.
Yeah, perfect weather. And
It's a pretty last minute cancel too.
so it's got to be something that must have happened. Either the referee pulled him out.
Oh, yeah. I don't really mind. I could do like the day off, so.
Last one, let's go.
Thank you.
That's a bigger fight.
Hey, doing? I'm Katie.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man. Not much at all, man. Sorry, I'm on a little bit on the late side. You can't read it yet, huh?
It looks from here.
Like an absolute green.
I'm going to send this up because I got to get my shot all lined up.
Definitely. Let us know where you want us.
Hold on.
That's cool.
Picked a good day for it.
You're in the middle of winter, I don't want to be questioning your life for it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, I'll give this game a miss. I'll just walk downstairs.
Do it remotely. No, done it, done it. I feel like I just from like a bloody amusement park or something.
I might do another little bump up. Sorry, guys.
Motion sickness. Pretty higher than that one.
Yeah, nice, eh?
You know what? Put this in every graph. I'm serious.
Oh, I don't know. He said during winter, no chance. I'll be like, yeah, I'm good.
Give us like a bit of shade.
Can I grab that little pelican just by your foot there?
Where is it?
Right by your foot. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, how are we for audio? We got a headset. Perfect. Do we have another mic?
Oh yeah, I do. 1 second.
Smell the kebab man, I swear.
There you go. Oh.
Cool. Thank you, mate. That'll do.
Just make sure you leave it on when you're both commentating.
Because this is the master one, yeah?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You know what's up, sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, can we do a quick com test for the studio?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Alright, I'll just make sure they're ready.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
One
Welcome to today's
second.
game.
Up.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Welcome to Dinnermore's home ground. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, coup. Testing 1, coup. Welcome to Fox Street. Cool. Good afternoon and welcome to Fox Street. It is Dinamo versus Heidelberg this afternoon. A beautiful Sunday arvo.
Help us level the playing field. Sign the parliamentary petition today to fuel the growth and fund the game.
Well, it's a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final game of round 6 between the hosts, St Albans Saints versus Heidelberg United, coming to you live from pitch 3 this evening, all thanks to NPL Victoria YouTube. My name is Alex Sivkorowski, and joining me in the commentary box for this Senol round 6 match is Katie Lambeski. Welcome, Katie.
Afternoon, Alex. Afternoon, everyone. Absolute gorgeous day for warm conditions here on Fox Street in the heart of St Albans. Dynamo and Heidelberg, early season contest. Heidelberg are obviously going to come in here as the favourites, and rightly so, but I think they've got a tricky one in their hands this afternoon, and we'll get into that as we go along, but I'm looking forward to this one. Been looking forward to this one all week, and we'll see how it all shakes out over the next 90 minutes or so.
Absolutely. It's been an entertaining round of football, and this one to capture the round. And as we said, both teams probably at opposite ends of the pitch, but nevertheless, 3 points are on offer for that team that wants to take this. And these two teams, Katie, met 36 times, and Dynamo have won 13, 7 draws, and Heidelberg have won 16, so pretty close between them.
Not quite bogey status for Dynamo, I don't think, but for Heidelberg, I think. But at the same time, it's a hard-fought battle, and particularly when it comes to Fox Street, tricky place to come at the best of times, and also I think a smaller confines, which I think might be tricky at times. I think Heidelberg might have to be patient here and now today, but interesting recent history between the two sides, that is for sure, in the NPL Victoria.
Yes, they met 3 times last season, twice in the league. In round 3, it was the Burgers winning 2-1 from Buildup and Asahi Yokokawa. Emmanuel Peters getting a single goal. In round 16, it was a 2-2 draw. Joey Manake and Joseph Chalina scoring, and Ngor scored a double. And then round 4 in the Dockery Cup, the Burgers won 2-0 between, and it was Sabit Ngor and Fletcher Fulton. So 2024, it was a split points where Heidelberg in round 8 won 6-0. And in the return fixture, round 21, Joey Manake scored. So Dynamo coming into this game with 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses. They've conceded 11, only scored 2, but they've kept 2 clean sheets, Katie.
That's important. That's important, I think, for them in this case. And to be fair, they've come up against the cream of the crop, I think, that the competition has to offer. And they've had to scrap, they've had to fight a few times, but again, I feel like we haven't had a real... We don't have a real indication of where they are at just yet. I think we need more time to assess where they're at, and particularly when you lose the likes of Oliver Dragicevic, like Dynamo did, how crucial he was to them last season. You put into this as well the way that Billy Selesky and Cam Watson coach this side. They're well coached, they're well drilled. I think let's see where they're at this afternoon. It's another stern test for them, but I think there might need to be a little bit of patience from the Dynamo faithful going forward. Well,
they are coming off a 5-0 loss, so Cam Watson has made a couple of changes. The Burgers, though, 4 wins, 1 loss, 8 goals, 5 conceded, kept 2 clean sheets. They're coming off back-to-back wins against Preston and Oakley, so their opposition, Dynamo, are meeting Heidelberg probably at their sort of peak sort of moment in the time of the season.
Not a great time, I think, for Dinamo to come up against Heidelberg, to be honest. But I think Heidelberg, they're made of stern stuff. We saw them under the pump for long periods of the game against Preston, away from home. But I think that was a landmark win for their season, at least for their early season. I think you look back at that one and you think that that's the one that kind of will tell the story of their season when all said and done. I think they're made of really stern stuff. They really are. They're balanced. Nothing phases them. Johnny A is a calm figure at the head of the club. And I just think it's going to be. I just think it's more smooth sailing here this afternoon. I feel like they're going to be challenged at certain times, but they have enough to see this one home. And form is very much on their side here and now.
It'll be the home side, Dinamo, playing in their blue strip, kicking to the left of screen, while Heidelberg in their all-yellow strip will be kicking to the right of screen. So no colour mishaps here today, which is great to see. We'll give you the lineups just as Alex Mills looks for the line. Mikael Platt holds it up. He's facing Carl O'Sullivan. As Dinamo look to break, held up there. Good switch from Nicholas Koek. As Dinamo now coming to the camera side as Joshua Gillespie. And we'll go through the lineups here, Katie. And number 2, Ajak Du. Number 3, Alec Mills. Number 6, Anthony Laban. Number 8, Joseph Chelina, wearing the captain's armband once again. As we'll just hold players. Souza gets through to that one. Number 9, Mikael Platt. Number 10, Joshua Gulevski. Number 14, Atsushi Inu. Number 16, Michael Martinovic. Number 18, Aaron Anderson, as Dinamo once again going forward. Number 27, Nicholas Koek. And number 88 is Christian Rossi. And for Heidelberg, number 1, Yaron Souza. Number 2, Carl O'Sullivan. Number 3, the captain, Ben Collins. Number 4, Ryan Lefleen. As Dinamo just holding it up in the corner there. Number 6, Anthony Lesiotis. Number 7, Fletcher Fulton. Number 8, Marcus Humbert. Number 10, Asahi Yokokawa. Number 15, Choc Dow. Number 16, Nicholas Durate. And number 17, Jay McGowan. So both coaches, Katie, bringing in some changes to the lineups, maybe just giving some players who haven't had a lot of game time early on an opportunity to impress.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that whole of squad mentality is increasingly crucial in the NPL Victoria, making use of every player who has a part to play in the squad over the season. So I think it's that mentality you're seeing on show here tonight. But I think, to be fair, Cam Watson has been kind of pushed into these changes a little bit more, like particularly the situation with in goal Christian Rossi taking the place of Marko Bulic in between the sticks today. Rossi's a quality performer, I think, at this level, to be quite honest with you, coming across from the Altona Magic. He'll be crucial, I think, today. He'll be called upon, I think, a lot of times. He'll want to avoid that, as playing it back is Ajak Dayu, putting Rossi under a little bit of pressure there, but he does well to clear. But again, I think the results have also forced a hand. I understand the rotation of squads will be important, in particular with Heidelberg as well, mind you. But form counts for so much. And Cam Watson making a few changes as a result of last week's loss.
So Cam Watson giving Alex Mills a start at left back. I'm sure he'll be very busy trying to contain Marcus Humbert as the Burgers look to go forward here on the left-hand side. Good sliding challenge from Michael Martinovic. So first, looks like corner of the game, and Choc Dow looking to take this one. Interesting, they have their striker looking to take the corner. So Johnny Anastasiadis trying to trick everyone as the cross comes into the hot spot. Or missed by Lefleen there. He rose up high. It's kept in. And it'll be a goal kick. So nothing comes to fruition there. So interesting round, as we mentioned, Katie. Bentley Greens 4-0 over Green Gully. I don't think can't remember the last time Bentley scoring 4 goals in a game. Dandy City and Hume, a 1-1 draw there. And then we have Oakley, a 2-1 win over George Cross, who succumbed to their first loss of the season. And in a big game, Preston winning 2-1 against Avondale, and Dandy Thunder causing a massive upset 3-0 over South Melbourne.
To be fair, there's a lot of up and down results this week, and in South Melbourne's case, a really tricky one against Dandy. Dinamo doing well to break away. He'll get back to that point in a moment. Golevsky now on the wing.
It's a low ball in. Collins clears with it. High ball in the air. Chelina that time. Good move from Laban, but he gave it directly to the opposition, and then a chance for O'Sullivan. Yokokawa sidesteps nicely. Lovely ball down the line to Humbert now. Yokokawa still on the ground. Overlapping run here from Lysiotis. So that's Girate. Now Lysiotis. Girate playing it back. Lysiotis now on a byline. Little dink over the top, and just comes off the chest of Mills. So nice bit of passage of play there, Katie.
Quality, isn't he? Anthony Lysiotis, I think a gold medal contender in his own right. Absolute baller. I like the way he was kind of pulling the strings there and just manufacturing that move for Heidelberg just down that flank. Didn't blaze away, just linked up with his teammate Duarte, really selfless, working off the ball, just drifting into that pocket of space on the right. Wins the corner as a result.
Corner comes in, this time into the hot spot. It's cleared away by Inu. Peters plays it upfield to really no one. And O'Sullivan happy to recycle the ball as the Burgers look to go wide again. Humbert looking for the line, and Mills cutting that one off. So slow start here at Fox Street on round 3. So obviously the main ground, Katie, looking behind us, looking very plush and green. So we hope we can see it in action over the next couple of weeks.
Gorgeous billiard green-like pitch behind us. I don't think quite ready for senior football, quite ready for action just yet, but not too far away, I think we are assured. Down into some good space there. I like the mix-up of play. Dinamo forced to push back with that long ball. Chock down, loads. Rossi read that well, didn't he? Just was able to pick it up on the distance. Calm as you like. But again, it means that this is not quite the main pitch, as we know. So something that the visitors might have trouble in dealing with and adapting to. That matters so much across NPL Victoria, adapting to the conditions that you find yourself in. And it's rather warm out here today in Melbourne. The breeze picking up as we speak as well. This is a good move in the offing for Dinamo. Golevsky on the left pocket. Cuts in, goes low, and he flashes across the post. He had Platt at the back post, but couldn't quite get to it there. But I think that was well intended as a shot. Not sure how much the keeper knew about that. It was a tricky one for him to face.
Yeah, good effort there from Gillespie. Just an early warning sign from Dinamo. So you look at the replay there. Mikael Platt, don't think he was expecting it to come to him. That's probably why he just pulled back at the last second. Souza looks to come to the right-hand side. Yokokawa and Mills. McGowan there, just as the throw now for Heidelberg. Lovely ball out wide. Kip just wasn't able to keep it in, was Carl O'Sullivan. So 8 minutes played here, and so far really neither side has shown us what they're capable of, Katie. It's probably just expecting this to continue for maybe a couple more minutes after getting comfortable with the pitch, as Heidelberg maybe not used to this pitch. They're used to obviously the main pitch, and now just trying to assess how they can break the lines, while Dinamo looking for little gaps. As you can see here from us, we've got Lysiotis and Humbert in the centre of midfield, just tracking Leban and Chelina. So maybe a player can filter that gap as Koek, hugging that byline, puts it in. Good defensive work. Leban, good 1-2 now. Dinamo need an overlapping run. Mills offers, but Chelina just slowing things down. Ball out wide. Good work. Mills eventually gets it. Looks no options, but go back to Gillespie. Very deep from Joshua Gillespie so far, Katie.
He's been the main man, hasn't he, so far? He's just utilising his... I think has the height, and he has the pace to really trouble fullbacks. I think he'll have Carl O'Sullivan for company most of this afternoon. Good move in the offing for Dinamo.
Koek crosses it into the box. Gillespie! It was a good cross in. Gillespie got some purchase on there, but Yaron Souza was definitely up for the challenge and safely claims it as the home fans just below us with the oohs and ahs. And that was a good piece of work between Koek and Gillespie there, Katie.
They're starting to form, aren't they? They're starting just to find each other. They're starting to link up, aren't they, Dinamo? And I think the balance of their midfield is really quite right. They've got the likes of Inouye pulling the strings, and they've got Laban and they've got Chelina ahead just to go run box to box. So it is an athletic midfield. It has the numbers behind it, I think, to frustrate Heidelberg. Not just that, but to create some chances as they're doing here. They're finding spaces. They're doing again now.
I tried to thread the needle there. Maybe a lot to ask for as Collins playing it into Fulton. They clear it out wide. And Ajax do happy to see that one go over the line and allows Dinamo to just get their positioning right. This final game of round 6 in a Senol NPL Victoria. Can you believe we're 6 rounds down, Katie? And after a long off season.
Incredible to think, isn't it? And this off-season is getting shorter and shorter, much to us as fans and commentators alike. Much to our excitement now with the championship coming in that October period, in that September-October period. It just means we've got more and more football to look forward to, and it's been a fantastic addition to it. Players are getting fitter, the game is growing at a pretty rapid rate here in the NPL Victoria, and we're very, very much here for it. Inouye again pushing forward, has this, like, particularly when Dinamo are out of possession, he's almost operating as a second striker. And I think it's causing Heidelberg just a little bit of trouble and some problems just trying to figure out how to break down this team. Cam Watson's tricky blues, perhaps, that we're seeing.
Well, so far, so good. Heidelberg hasn't really shown any pressure going forward. It's been Dinamo with the best chance of the game so far, as Platt just getting held up. Anu used his body well there. Platt running through the middle of the park. Can go wide. This is good movement here by Dinamo. Little dink. It might be a bit too long as Collins couldn't get a full header on the end of it, as Anu will be happy to see that one go over the line. And it is a corner here for St Albans Dinamo. We'll be right near the kebapi cooking. I'm sure the player that takes it will definitely be hungry with that smell just wafting over us here on the cherry pickup.
And just quietly, I think it's some of the best kebapi here in the NPL Victoria.
As it's Dinamo now hovering right in front of Souza here. The cross comes in. It's Platt who accidentally clears it himself. Chance now for Heidelberg to break. McGowan, good tackle in the end there from Laban, former Port Melbourne player. Been really impressive for Dinamo this season, as Chelina, Platt, Chelina again. Laban, who started it all, looks to go wide, changed his mind, plays it into Martinovic. Gillespie just switching wings. So getting numbers behind the ball here is the Burgers. Gillespie is everywhere at the moment, isn't he, Katie?
And he's linking up with Laban just increasingly even more and more. So they're just pulling the strings. They're starting to link up. I really like the output of Gillespie so far. And it's mobile, it's fluid. He's switching wings. He's coming into midfield. Just some smart football being played here by Dinamo.
As that one cleared, it's a bit of a WWE wrestling there between Dow and Girarte. Ball down the line again. Koek just lost his footing there in that little slip, but it's going to be another throw here, deep at right wing. So another chance for Dinamo. You just feel like, Katie, they have to get one early to really just release that pressure that's currently on them at the moment.
About 15 minutes in, they want to probably convert this and put Heidelberg, if they could really put Heidelberg on the back burner by scoring early on and making use of this early possession that they've got behind them. Definitely is going to alter the shape of the game.
Koek. It's kept in by Anub. Low ball in. Platt, can he get a twisted chance? And it's gone wide. They're wanting a corner, but the referee and the assistant both on the same page there. Mikael Platt absolutely furious there, Katie.
He had Ryan Lethlean for company there, and Lethlean did not let up, did he? Excellent marking there by the centre-back. But yeah, Platt was just trying to turn, just trying to get it away, but just did not have the space to do it. He did well there. She thought he should have had a corner, but nothing doing according to the referee and the linesman.
Collins. Just watch Collins over the last couple of possession, Katie. Looks like he just wants that ball to go over the top and either get Girarte or McGowan on the end of it, or we've got Chock now playing almost a left wing type role today, as that's that ball over the top. That time Aaron Anderson clears. Ooh, Chelina taking a heavy challenge there as Fulton trying to break the lines now. Oh, big opportunity there for Heidelberg, but just not on the same page, and Christian Rossi hasn't had a lot to do so far, so he'll be happy with that.
He will indeed. But interesting point you bring up there earlier, Alex. Collins just looking, I think, and trying to get the message across to his team just to try and speed up the attack a little bit more. A bit more pace on the ball, a bit more pace on the game. Again, these are tricky conditions to play in. They're rather warm out here this Sunday afternoon in Melbourne. So going direct, I think, is the call from the captain in Ben Collins. Interesting to see if they look for that. But to be fair, Anderson and Ajak Dale have read that pretty well when they've done that. The limited times that Heidelberg have done that, Laban again just linking up through the midfield, holding it together, being that screening midfielder. He's doing really well early on. Got to keep him accountable, got to try to get him to defend.
Platt there, just breaking through the fence. No foul opportunity here. Koek trying to spin. They get numbers behind the ball. It's a new. Galevsky. That's not going to trouble. Eventually cleared by Heidelbergers. Almost Mills and Do almost battling into each other there. So nervous moments there for Heidelberg, Katie.
It is. So under the pump now. I think you can call it that. And again, there was a little bit of space there after that scuffed shot from Golevsky for Heidelberg just to retain possession and just play out calmly. But again, they're just trying to clear and get forward as quick as possible as Zumbert looks to try and get advantage of it. Laban quickly marked there by Yokokawa too. And McGowan. Now this is a good moment for Heidelberg just to put their foot on the ball for a little bit here. Important little stoppage.
Left lane, playing a short to Lesiotis as he looks to go down a line. It's a lovely ball. Crossed in, but Laban there just looks to go over the top and new, but Collins read it well as Lesiotis now trying to break the lines. Lovely ball out wide to O'Sullivan. He crosses it into the box. Maybe just a little bit tad too high there for Nicholas Girarte. He did get on the end of it, but maybe just a few inches too much for him.
Had some good pace on that cross as well from O'Sullivan. Good shape on it too. Maybe just a little bit, a tad too fast there for Duarte, but again, that intent very good from Heidelberg. And that's a warning for Dinamo. as well, just going the other way. We know Heidelberg are okay just holding up, and they're okay with defending. They know that they might be under pressure, but they're able to absorb, and they're able to find moves like that, and they're technically still very sound. Still very, very sound, especially through that midfield. So, again, that's a little bit of a warning for Dynamo in these early exchanges.
Alex Mills, the former Melbourne City youth player and Brisbane Roar in the A-League. Did play a season or two for Preston as well, so very well experienced campaigner as Rossi. Just slicing that one to Chock Dow as Chelina. Get straight back to Dow. Heidelberg now need to be careful. Good work there by Anderson. Clears. Referee says no foul as Collins and Gillespie just chasing him down as Yaron Souza almost playing a sweeper type role there, Katie.
He had to there just to try and push up the pace and push Heidelberg back up the field, and I like the move here from Carlos Sullivan. Has McGowan on the right side, whipping it low and sharp. It's in the path of Duarte. Christian Rossi, beautiful save there, going low to the ground. He read that well, but that's another direct, swift move with McGowan starting to stamp his authority down, stamp his authority on this right side as well as Carlos Sullivan. And that's going to maybe make Dynamo think twice and not get pinned back. But Cook on the breakaway here. He's got 2 for company. It's a 3-on-2 in the offing here. He takes the shot, but he's well blocked by Ben Collins. He had Platt on the overlap. Mills just eager to keep the ball locked in there, but he fouls McGowan. And that's going to halt that Dynamo move, but that's a great counter. That's a great breakaway. Nick Cook running roughshod over that move. I like the fact he tried to back himself in with the shot, but when your teammate's in a better position like that, you've got to play him in. Collins going direct. Duarte finding some space on the right pocket here. McGowan, Humbert, bends it back, but not enough. He tried to ride the breeze and pull that back to the left post, but couldn't quite get that right. The game's starting to quicken up now, Alex.
Yeah, definitely the last 3 possessions have been very dangerous for Heidelberg. They probably had maybe a bit of a light spray from Johnny A. saying that's enough, let's get it going. In the other game, though, Altona Magic getting a 1-1 draw against Melbourne City. They did concede late in the 87th minute, but they were a man down. So it's probably a positive result for Magic. They break their losing streak and get a well on point as Anu now trying to break the lines. He shoots! Souza had it covered, but that's a good response there from Dynamo, but have to turn their attention once again as Humbert. He's just finding little pockets of space here, Marcus Humbert, and Anthony Laban definitely needs to make sure he has him covered, doesn't allow him too much time on the ball, as Jay McGowan's got probably an acreage of space here if he makes the run, but not interested as yet. And it'll be a throw for the Burgers as they look to move it along quickly, but really too slow as Dow on his own cuts back on his left. Shot comes in. Christian Rossi not even interested, as he knew. And will be a drinks break here, Katie. So far so good from Dynamo. Probably the last 2 possessions they probably should have tested Souza more, but Heidelberg just slowly starting to get into the game a little bit more.
So far, you have to give the points to Dynamo. I think they've been the better of the 2 in the opening 25 minutes. But again, they got the wariness that they have to have of Heidelberg is still very much evident to me. I feel like ultimately, once Heidelberg started to get into this a bit more, they started reading conditions, they started to go a bit more direct, that's when they looked really good. You had Duarte making those runs into the pocket, very mobile front 3 that Heidelberg have, particularly with McGowan and Dow on the wings. So, again, there's still trouble. There's still a bit of trouble ahead, I think, for Dinamo, but I feel like the way that they've adapted to the game and the way that they've prepared, they look like they know what to expect from Heidelberg United. And that's a big up to Cam Watson and the coaching staff. But I like the work of Nick Cook and Atsushi Inoue, particularly through the midfield and on the wing. Josh Golevsky had a pretty solid opening 10 minutes as well. I like the work of Laban. So he's starting to get some movers. He's starting to get some prime movers in this game. I would like to see Asahi Yokokawa stamp his authority on this game a bit more, to be honest. I feel like he's the one to be that classical number 10 role. He's playing in between the lines, but he just hasn't seen enough of it. If Heidelberg can get him into the game as well as Marcus Humbert, I feel like they're gonna find an opening sooner rather than later.
Majority of their chances for Heidelberg have been across from really the right side at the moment. So Cam Watson needs to ensure that his wing-backs are switched on and don't lose concentration at all, because you feel like if one of those players gets through, it's going to be an almighty effort to try to stop that goal from going in. But so far so good. But with Dinamo, I think maybe just that final third, just making that decision there. You've seen a couple of times, especially the chance before, they had a 3-on-2 and just really made a poor decision, and not the start that Dinamo wanted, as Rossi going wide as O'Sullivan brings it in. Girate going back to Collins, and Heidelberg happy to recycle possession. So another 20 minutes left to go in this Senol NPL Victoria match, the final game of round 6. So they go back to Souza. That time Gillespie just clipping Yokokawa there. So really you feel like Heidelberg maybe should have had a bit more chances on goal. They are probably more stacked in as in a forward line sense, you would say, compared to Dinamo's forward line.
It's also a team that has lost Sabi Nyor and as well as Mohamed Aidara, but you got Humbert in space now.
Mills cutting that one off. He's just returned it straight to O'Sullivan as Girate. Sorry, it's McGowan. Just trying to trick us here early, Katie, with the constant swapping. Souza wanting to get involved. There's a lovely ball out on the left-hand side. And good defensive work by Michael Martinovic there to block the run. Mikhail Platt's gone a little bit quiet in the last maybe 5 to 10 minutes, Katie.
He's gotten himself into some good positions though, but his teammates haven't quite found him, much to his frustration, as Rossi does well to save that. They're starting to create a little bit more Heidelberg. They're starting to, I guess, turn the screws a little bit more on Dinamo and just starting to spend more time in their forward half, so that's important. I think Dinamo trying to up the pace and just trying to get some speed on the game as well. But again, Platt has got himself into those good positions, so they have to find him. Ben Collins, I think, is marking him, or we'll have him mostly for company this afternoon, you would think. Just staying patient here, Dinamo. Just trying to look for the openings, but Heidelberg continue just to push them back, just slowly. It's a good turnover there. Duarte in a tangle there with Martinovic. Duarte again on the ball. He can't quite get the shot clear. Does get the shot away, but not quite where he would have wanted it there, and Rossi reads that well. Low to the right. That was better. Duarte linking up there with Yokokawa.
Enu just waiting for Martinovic. just don't have their shooting boots on at the moment now, Katie. The Burgers, as Mills gets it right in front of us. Galevsky happy to go back to Ajakdu. Aaron Anderson lost one over the top, but having that one covered is Fletcher Fulton. Laban, just have to be careful there. Dinamo almost creeping in everyone into their attacking half. They go wide to Mills. Lovely ball down the line to Galevsky. Chelina. Need some magic from the captain today. Everyone forward for Dinamo. They go wide. Anderson to Laban. Heidelberg just containing that press. It's a lovely ball over the top. It's over the top to Platt. Has eventually cleared. Be a throw. They go short to Koek. Anderson. Trying to play it down the line as Chock now. Laban. Good work from Laban now. Laban back on his left foot. It's Laban. Didn't have enough as O'Sullivan cleared. And that was a big chance for Dinamo in that one, Katie.
He had the space and he didn't blaze away with the shot, which I really liked from Laban. He got himself to the top of the box, but he just couldn't quite get the shot the way he wanted to. Just scuffs forward in his path there. But Humbert read that quite well and just blocked the angle too. So, but again, I think that's another warning for Heidelberg. To be fair, Laban has been quite busy through the middle of the park this afternoon, holding it together across the back four, but also has the freedom to push forward like he did there. Good reader of the game. And a pretty handy signing for Dinamo in the off-season, to say the very least.
Oh, it's a turnover now as Humbert. And offside flag is raised by the assistant on our side. So Rossi allow Aaron Anderson to bring this one back into play. And the referee just letting him know, pulling it back just a little bit. Under 15 minutes left to go here. It's still 0-0. Platt. That one coming off Fletcher Fulton's back there. So another chance for Dinamo right in front of their bench.
Just drifted to that right pocket, didn't he? Was looking for Cook as well. I like that from Platt. Doesn't mind coming off his line and just trying to find a link. They might do that again here. Good overlap. Cross comes in, but can't quite get to the end of Platt there. A bit of a let-off for Heidelberg, to be honest with you. That was a good overlap from Martinovic, who dealt the cross. But Heidelberg able to scramble across. Again, a fascinating game. I know we're looking for the opening here, Alex. We're looking for that opening goal. But 0-0 is 0-0, but far from boring here. That being said, Anderson would want that pass back. Just trying to flip Heidelberg and just try to flip Heidelberg's defensive side. The former Preston man. Another handy signing for Dinamo at the back. Heidelberg with the chance to reassess here.
Humbert, lovely through ball that time to Yokokawa. And just not able to keep it in. And kicks it down the line in that frustration. So hasn't gone all Heidelberg's way so far, but you know that they only need one chance to really just blow the game apart. Koek is being good. Platt gets around his marker, but in the end, left lane is shown a card. Probably more of a frustration that Mikael Platt was able to break away.
And that's the first slice of cheese this afternoon. Has been quite a back and forth kind of game, hasn't it? Has been not too many flashpoints in like an aggressive kind of sense. So both of these sides are pretty content to play in pretty warm conditions too. They're content to try to play the ball and just try to get forward as quick as possible. So they haven't flagged so far in this heat. Both these sides knew and are well prepared for what has been in store for them this Sunday afternoon here on Fox Street.
That one coming off McGowan as Mills going back to Gillespie. McGowan wins it back. Lovely 1-2. Just muscled off the ball there was Durate as Rossi. Anderson. Laban. Quick movements here. Koek. Good hold up. Anu now can try to find that through ball. That's Gillespie here on the side. He'll get it back again. Anu need numbers as you can hear from the effects mic, the Dinamo supporters below us here. Just frustrated with that one, Katie. It was a well-rehearsed move there from all involved, but in the end, just the last part of the cross was probably the biggest letdown.
The end product not quite there, is it? And that was frustrating. You could tell that from the crowd. You could definitely pick that up in the mic, in the FX mic here on Fox Street. But they shouldn't be too disheartened by that. In a way, very busy. So after this afternoon, St. Albans' very own Japanese maestro showing a bit too much of the ball there was Fulton. It's going to be a turnover here. Cook on the end of it. He's got Cook as Platt for company. Goes low to the left post, just across the face of goal. Oh, so close, Mikael Platt. Much to his frustration, I think they got a hand to that was Yaron Souza. It's going to be a corner as a result by his fingertips. Jeez, that was close, Alex.
Inches away from giving Dinamo the lead. As Martinovic looks to bring it in for Dinamo. Can they land a blow here? Cross comes in into the hot spot. Headed down. Oh, cleared off the line by Fulton. They still have it with Anu. Trying to get around his marker. Twisting and turning. Anderson. Cross comes in. It's also Martinovic. Shot comes in, but that one's gone into someone's backyard. And a bit of a letdown after all that, Katie.
Continuing to knock at the Heidelberg door are Dinamo. As we look to get a replacement ball out here pretty quick. Again, a wasted chance here by Martinovic. I like the intention of pulling the trigger and taking the shot where you have the space, but that just wasn't quite it. Playing it short there, who had Platt in waiting, but Collins puts his laces through it and flips the defense into attack, but Dow can't quite keep it in. They can't get disheartened by this Dinamo. They have to keep persisting. They have to keep finding these openings like they've been doing. And I don't see them needing to change too much, to be honest with you, in terms of Cam Watson and the way he'll approach the halftime team talk. Into some space again is Platt. Numbers are against him though, unless Iotta's now into some space.
Couple of heavy challenges there from Dinamo. But I like to see Mikael Platt really put the pressure on left lane. He's on a yellow card already. Just keep applying that pressure on him and ensure that forcing him to have, that challenge, or at least second thoughts about challenging, because he knows if he's a second or two late, the caution will come out and be given a red as Mills clears. Gillespie tries to flick it over O'Sullivan, who goes back to Souza. Interesting you mentioned about that short kicks. I haven't seen Souza really go for a goal kick so far. It's always short or someone else is doing it, but he's okay when he does this. So interesting there. Might be just saving himself as a flick on from McGowan. Or chance here. Rossi's got to come out, and he did well as Nicholas Girate was eagerly awaiting that to bobble out. So good work there from the Burgers.
McGowan has been an absolute pest for Dinamo this half. Planted some space now. Speaking of pests, he pushes across. Again, flashes across the face of goal. It's Golevsky at the back post and into the netting. That's absolutely good reading of the play as well there by Carlo Sullivan, just limiting the angle of Golevsky. The quick transition, doing wonders for Dinamo there, but just the execution, the final touch, the final hit, if you will, just not quite there yet. Platt again just drifting off into these spaces, and it's making Heidelberg think twice. Ryan Lethlean then under a bit of pressure too. Going forward to Heidelberg, but Rossi doing well to clear.
Koek. Again, that Platt and Lethlean battle is really starting to heat up. I think Platt's just got the edge at the moment. Lethlean knows he can't really challenge too heavily. He has to be cautious as they look to go over the top, but Collins read that well. The wind just might have took a bit of pace off the ball as they look to go wide. Mills cushions the header, but it's straight to Humbert. Out wide to McGowan. Lovely ball in. Yokokawa tried to flick it on. Mills, Leban. Anu. Just got to keep going. A little dink over the top. Collins will get there first. Platt. Good work from Ben Collins there. Used all of his experience. And Souza lays it in short to Lethlean. Dow in the middle of the park now, breaking the lines. It's Dow. He can go wide to McGowan. Cuts back on his left, headed away by Lysiotis. Fulton. Burgers now just really starting to apply the pressure. O'Sullivan finds McGowan down the line. Yokokawa into the hot spots. Humbert was inches away, but Rossi might have just got enough on there to just change the direction. And that was a big let-off, Katie.
That's exactly right. This is the Heidelberg that we know, that have been on show the last few weeks. It's McGowan again finding Yokokawa. Ajak Dayu doing well to read the move there from Yokokawa and just blocks it out for the corner. Heidelberg now upping the pace. Heidelberg now upping the intensity. And it's just forcing Dinamo back into their half now. We're moments away from half time. An opening here, and if either side can find the opening here, it's just going to greatly alter the trajectory of this game. As Humbert drifts to the right side to take the corner. 2 hands up. The routine, the corner kick to come.
Manu. He's got nothing really in front of him. Golevsky just has to hold it up. He's got to be careful though. Mills, lovely ball, finds Laban. Tries to skip past, he does. Oh, it's a lovely ball down the line to Koek. Koek! Oh! Just couldn't get enough height on there. If he just managed to get another centimetre or two, Souza would have been in trouble, and that could have been the opener there, Katie. A big let off there.
How about the pass from Mills to open that up? The space opening up for Heidelberg now. Space opening up between the lines. It's Duarte to McGowan. Can't quite keep it in. And there'll be a goal kick. Humbert again just trying to follow up. And misses, much to the delight of the Dinamo crowd. But the absolute pass from Alec Mills just to open up that space for Nico Cook, just to try and lofted ball over Yaron Souza there. He had the right intent. Just a little bit over, and Yaron Souza would have been in some absolute trouble, and we could have quite easily found the opener there. He's been good this afternoon, Nicholas Cook.
Rossi just, again, really struggling with the wind. And we'll get it back. So, in the final minute here, in this Senol round 6 NPL Victoria match, having a look to see on the far side the fourth official of how many minutes he'll add. As Rossi goes wide. Flicked on, but straight to Lesiotis. Yokokawa, Heidelberg. Good challenge from Laban, but the referee had a better view and deemed it a foul. As the fourth official puts up 2 minutes of added time. So, Dinamo, can they hold off O'Sullivan? Lesiotis out wide. Good work there by Martinovic. And he poor challenge there from Martinovic. He just needed to stand his ground. Will he get cautioned? He pleads his case. He must have said please because no caution given. And this is a big moment in the game here, Katie. You don't want to be the defender of Dinamo or even Christian Rossi because they're about 90 seconds away from going into the halftime break 0-0.
Potential flashpoint in this game. Chucked out to stand over this ball.
Cross comes in. Oh, it's at the back there. And Ryan Leflin, I don't think he was expecting it to drop. It is a corner. Good work by Rossi to recover there. That was close, Katie. Very, very close.
Really was. Really was. It almost like it snuck up on him, didn't it? I don't think they've used these corners to their advantage. To be fair, they haven't used the set pieces well enough to their advantage, and that's because I think this breeze is quite swirly. It's hard to get a read on. Nevertheless, Humbert goes short. O'Sullivan on the overlap. It's high, it's lofted. Players attacking it in the box. It's in the mixer. Dinamo scrambling to clear. It only falls back to Fulton. Ryan Lethlin, gets a toe poke away, but Rossi reads that well. Some hustle by the Dinamo defense, and that should see them through to the halftime break as Rossi sends it long, or tries to send it long.
That was a helicopter pass there as down now. Oh, fair challenge, says the referee. Oh, is there one last chance here for Heidelberg? Lesiotis starting to get more involved in the final minutes here. Lesiotis just trying to create some space out wide. It's McGowan trying to cut back on his left. Oh, Laban. And that'll be the halftime whistle here in this Senol round 6 NPL Victoria match between St Albans Saints and Heidelberg United. And it ends up being a 0-0 draw so far. And Katie, if you're a Dinamo fan, you'll probably be happy with that. Maybe a little bit disappointed you didn't actually get a goal in that first 45 minutes.
To be fair, I think they created the better chances. They created more chances and created better chances, I think, than Heidelberg did. Heidelberg, I think, took their time in maybe adjusting to the conditions, adjusting to the surroundings here on Fox Street that Dinamo know all too well. But nevertheless, I feel like Nicholas Cook up top for Dinamo has been quite crucial in the way that they've attacked. Golevsky started off pretty well, but I think tapered away later as the half got on. But again, it's been quite a balanced, consistent performance from Dinamo, and they're going to look to back. I think Cam Watson will reiterate that message at half-time. The class of Heidelberg is still very much evident, though, and I like the busyness, the hustle of Jay McGowan, particularly down the right side. Carlo Sullivan getting forward. Humbert getting into the game a little bit more as it went on as well. The class of Heidelberg is still quite evident to me, and they're going to try to back themselves in for and try to find the opening early on. I know the shot count is very much level at 7 apiece, but I think Heidelberg got into it later as the game got on. It sets up a fantastic and fascinating second half for us here. I can't help but think there are definitely goals in this. But we look forward to bringing that to you very, very shortly as we're off for a quick break here at Fox Street in the Senol NPL Victoria. Looking forward to see how this one plays out in the next 45, Alex.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this round 6 Senol NPL Victoria match between the hosts at Albans Saints and the visiting Heidelberg United, coming to you live from pitch 3 at Churchill Reserve. My name is Alex Sefkorowski and Katie Lembeski. Katie, first 45 minutes, if you're a Dinamo fan, you'll probably be very happy, maybe slightly disappointed you don't have a single goal lead, as they had multiple chances but couldn't beat Yaron Soze in the end.
Not quite right. There's 7 shots apiece, I think we saw at the break, 5 of which were on target for for Dinamo and 4 of which were on target for Heidelberg. So it's even, but I feel like the quality of the chances were better for Dinamo. They were just not able to pull the trigger when they needed to. They were just not able to execute at the right time. Mikkel, Platt and Nicholas Cook really, I think, caused some trouble for Heidelberg going forward in that half. Heidelberg, to their credit, were able just to get a moment to pause and get a moment to get their game going as well. We talked a little bit about how Ben Collins gave the motion or gave the order from Johnny A as well, from Johnny Anastasiadis as well, to pick up the pace and get some more speed on the ball. And they did that, to their credit. So it's still a very much an even contest. I just feel that Dinamo had the better of it in the first 45. Taking a quick look at it now, it looks like both of these sides are coming back as selected. So I think both Cam Watson and Johnny A pretty happy with what they have from their charges thus far. Again, I think Dinamo, I don't think much has to change for them, to be fair. They just got to keep at what they're doing, but they also have to execute better. That chance is going to come for them, and they've got to be ready for when it does. For Heidelberg, I really like the work of Jay McGowan down the right flank, down the right side. Really linked up well with Carlos Sullivan, who was pushing forward as well. So they had some success there. So all square, all level as we get set for this second half. It's on an absolute edge in what's been a fascinating round of NPL Victoria football. Lots to dissect in the coming days, but our focus, our attention is right here on Fox Street. Do not go away, people. This next 45 minutes is a big one for both of these sides.
It'll be the Burgers to get us underway as Lesiotis doing an NFL-style punt, going long, but not really anyone on the end of it to receive. It'll be interesting to see how Dinamo go. The wind is coming from behind us, so they will definitely favour the right-hand side. It'll be interesting to see, again, both keepers who have been on the left-hand side going for that short pass and then allowing their defenders to go long. So will that continue as a lovely ball over the top? Souza, we're happy to see that one calmly placed into his hands as Ryan Leflin. Surprised he's still on the pitch. He is on a yellow card. He's had really good battles with Mikkel Platt as Lesiotis finally breaks clear. As Dinamo battling. Oh, that's a crunching tackle there. And it started to break away. Chelina. He will get cautioned here by the referee. And that's one way to start the second half. And it is a yellow card for Joseph Chelina. Just having a look at the replay there. Fletcher Fulton probably might be lucky he still has both knees in place as the medic comes out, but that's one way to start the second half. Hit him early, hit him hard, as they used to say, Katie.
And that is Joe Cholina's, I think that's a fair yellow card for him in that instance. That's going to leave Fulton in a fair bit of discomfort. Jay McGowan in a fair bit of discomfort here. He back up on his feet, thankfully. We know Dinamo have that kind of edge to them, and Joe Cholina knows this club better than most, you would have to say, but I don't think he needed to leave his feet there, to be honest. That was a heavy, heavy challenge.
Apologies, you're right. That was Jay McGowan there, so Fletcher Fulton will apologies there, but he's back on his feet, which is a good sign. How do Heidelberg respond to that as left lane looks upfield? Martinovic, straight to Dow. Shot comes in, forces a save as Girate got a nice purchase on that one. And it's an early corner here for the Burgers. And chucked out, interesting on corner duties here. As it's Heidelberg now who on the front foot early as Dow lost one on the edge of the box. Collins. Lesiotis cleared by Koek as Platt. Oh, Koek got mixed up there. I don't think he was intended to it as left lane. And do clears. So good stuff from both sides, Katie.
Definitely picked up in intensity here as a rather nice breeze comes across Churchill Reserve right here on Fox Street. Heidelberg, I think this is what they lacked in the first half. They just weren't able to consistently turn the screws and pin Dinamo back. Dinamo were always able to find that opening and to get that transition move going, as well as being increasingly comfortable in possession as well. And I think they were quite wasteful at corners. So I wonder how they're going to approach this. It's still Humbert's to take. Collins lurking at the penalty spot. Let's take a look.
Cross comes in into the hot spot. Rossi did well, got there first. Collins pulls up sore there. Not sure if there was anything at it. That's Heidelberg's sixth corner of the game. Rossi going long as left lane. Platt once again getting involved. Anu, Chelina. I think Ben Collins just probably landed awkwardly there, just having a look at the replay. So we'll keep a close eye on that one. Did come off a couple of weeks ago as Dow and Lesiotis. And it'll be Lesiotis to quickly bring it in. No, it will be Fulton, so playing as eventually targeting Ajak Du. Clears. Platt probably needed to a softer touch there as O'Sullivan out wide. Good challenge from Mills. Back on his feet is McGowan. Hard running here from Humbert. Lesiotis getting really involved in the game. Lesiotis, a little dink over the top. It's a good ball here. Cross comes in, and it'll be a corner for the Burgers. So the seventh corner of the game. Away fans trying to get their team across the line. There's another opportunity for the Burgers here from a corner. Cross comes in. It's a sweeping ball. Koek, it's hobbling around, eventually cleared by Chelina. Souza, happy to meet that one. Might watch him closely because I haven't seen him really going long with his kicks, as eventually he does. Looking for good work by Martinovic, just cutting that one off Dow.
He's had Dow's measure, hasn't he, Martinovic? Coming across after a spell at Bentley last season. Coming back to Dinamo. He's looked quite assured at that right back position in a reworked Dinamo defense. Dow going to be called upon here. Humbert getting in between the lines. He's having more of an effect on this game as it goes on. But Dow does better, and Deo does better there, and he wins the foul as a result. Out of frustration from Humbert more than anything, or just trying to, I think just trying to stop the transition, stop a counter-attack there. He does exactly that.
It's been a lively opening couple of minutes here in a Senol round 6 NPL Victoria match. Rossi. Inu. Chelina, good control. Laban going through the middle. Good. Anu just outstretched there as once again now Heidelberg trying to break the lines. McGowan. Cross comes in. It's Lesiotis crosses it in deep. Mills clear. And got Marcus Humbert's gone down in the box. Not sure what happened there. Might get you to have a look at the replay there, Katie, as
end-to-end stuff here. Dinamo trying to get going back the other end. And to no avail, unfortunately, Mikhail Platt conceding the foul. Ben Collins is getting into a good position there.
oh, looks like Humbert just ran into Laban. He's back on his feet now. So, Mikhail Platt being told to move out the way. They still have Emmanuel Peters and Joseph Monague and Jerome Sharon to come on. Joey Monague does like to score in this fixture. So could he be the one to come on and break the deadlock? Yokokawa been held well so far. Left lean. Lysiotis. Laban. Just targeting Lysiotis there as Dow spreads to the field nicely here for the Burgers now. It's a lovely ball in. Can they get someone on the end of it? The cross comes in. Misses everybody. Kept in by Fulton. Happy to go back to left lane. Lysiotis just slowly, once again, stamping his name on this game. Trying to break the lines. They go wide. McGowan. It's a cross in. Header. Good save. As Humbert. But still not out of trouble. And that was a big chance there, Katie, for Marcus Humbert to give the Burgers the lead.
He came across with a lot of hype this off-season, and for good reason. Marcus Humbert, he's just trying, he's trying and trying even more to dictate terms on this game and increasingly succeeding here. Piling on the pressure of Heidelberg, corner comes in.
Oh, Collins was patiently waiting for it, not out of trouble yet. Lysiotis heads it wide to McGowan. Heidelberg now really amping up the intensity. Yokokawa. Cross comes in, it's in! It's Asahi Yokokawa! And he finally breaks the deadlock. It was a great finish in the end.
From the top shelf, Asahi Yokokawa. The deadlock increasingly looked like breaking, and Yokokawa just getting in between the lines. He had a lot of work to do. He had Dayu to beat. He had markers to beat. And he makes light work of it. An electrician making absolute light work of that move. Asahi Yokokawa. It's taking something pretty special to try and break down this Dinamo resistance, and Yokokawa finds it. What a performer he has been for Heidelberg United, and coming up clutch once again for Alexandros. And that may well open the floodgates here, Alex.
It might. He just had enough space and found it. Rossi will probably be disappointed with himself. They couldn't have kept that one, or at least get a hand to it. But you just knew the intensity was building. And they finally got their goal. But like you said, it might open up the floodgates as hard chasing there from McGowan. And now Dinamo have to just pick themselves back off the floor and really go at it. Don't let their heads drop. They're still in this game. We've still got close to 35 minutes left to play. They've been very good. It's not as if they've been outplayed, Katie. That's the good thing about Dinamo so far.
Exactly. So they have to have the confidence with that in mind, and they may look to unlock Heidelberg through Cook once again. In a way, Cook again. Good move in the offing in the pocket, but Heidelberg do well to resettle here and force Dinamo back. Cross, the angle is good. Getting on the end of it is Gulevsky, but he can't quite get the shot clear away. A bit of chaos, a bit of pinball in the box. Heidelberg regroup though. Martinovic pushing back down like I think he has done all game, to be fair. He's had his measure, he did well, and Choctaw doing well defensively as well, it must be said. But if I'm Cam Watson, I'm looking toward Manny Peters, I'm looking toward Joey Monek in the next few minutes to get warmed up, to get ready, and to ring the changes here. That's a poor turnover. Yokokawa in between the lines takes the chance to loft the keeper and Christian Rossi, but doesn't get near it, unfortunately, and he's fouled in the process. Another heavy challenge sustained by the Burgers man. And they'll take a moment to have a free kick in a pretty dangerous area too. But that's a poor turnover. That's exactly what you want to avoid if you're Dinamo. This game continuing to up the pace, continuing to up the intensity here and now. Increasingly higher stakes for Dinamo. To be fair to them, like you pointed out, Alex, they haven't been outplayed. They've been very much in this contest. They took something special. And Yokokawa found exactly that, but they need to take a moment to regroup here.
The little maestro once again finding the back of the net. It's Lesiotis. Pops a hot ball into the box. Leftlin got on the end of it. Oh, Rossi. Not sure how much or why that was needed by the defenders from Heidelberg, but Rossi back on his feet, so Ben Collins is getting professional foul as Martinovic definitely has Choctaw's numbers as yet as a new. He's been lively. Oh, late challenge there from Fulton. Will he be cautioned here by the referee? We've got Choctaw on the ground here as well. We'll allow the medic to come on. I'm not sure what happened there, but having a look at the replay, I think he might have just lost his balance and it's pulled up sore. Let's hope it's nothing too serious. I think as he was just trying to get on it, put the brakes on, he has sort of pulled up short, but medic has come out. It is a free kick to Dinamo now. And will Choctaw continue? Who do they bring on? They do have Max Baceto, who can come on and definitely do some damage if Dow can't continue. He's just coming off the pitch now, so the Burgers will be down a man. Can Dinamo take advantage of this now? If there's a moment in the game they want to take advantage of it, it's this moment now. They need to get someone on the end of it. Dow is back on his feet. He'll have to wait to be given the all clear from the referee to come on. And it's patiently waiting for is Martinovic. Can they find something here? Martinovic puts it into the hot spot. It's gone in. And it's Michael Martinovic who gets one back from the spot kick. Yaron Souza will be disappointed with that one.
That was as clean as you like. That's a sweet hit. An unlikely source, but nevertheless, that's a gorgeous strike from Martinovic. He rode that wind, he rode that breeze beautifully. Spot on, and it's game back on here at Churchill Reserve, right here on Fox Street. Been one of Dinamo's better performances this afternoon has Martinovic. Getting it done at both ends of the field now, exactly right. Game on.
Offside is going to be raised. Well, we said it was a big moment in the game and they needed something. And up steps Michael Martinovic. And Yaron Souza would be disappointed with that one. It wasn't his, if it was coming in at 100 miles an hour. It was a lovely placed ball. Maybe just lost sight of in the sun. The sun is behind us and maybe just at the last second couldn't see it. But that's one way to respond. Now Dinamo have to push on from here. They can't afford to sit back and rest on their laurels. They have to continue to attack. Easier said than done. But they have to get something out of this game. 3 points is a must. There's Lesiotis now. Jackdo clears, puts the left lane under the pump. Anu, got to be careful as Souza gets back. Souza now swings at it to the left-hand side. It's too long for Fulton. And it's just rattled the Burgers a little bit here, Katie.
It has. They were not expecting that. But to be honest, they didn't really lose their heads, did they, Dinamo? They were just able to, they regrouped pretty quickly. They didn't drop their heads. They were just able to stay patient and make full use of the set piece when it came their way. It's all about the moments here. It's going to be about who takes those moments and who can execute. In increasingly pleasant conditions here as well. The breeze picking up, making for a gorgeous afternoon here in Melbourne. Might be some changes in the offing, Alex.
Yeah, it looks like Dinamo might bring on the first sub. Looks like a double substitution as left lane clears to the line. So Anderson. Laban, just showed a bit too much there as Yokokawa goes down again. Not sure how much there was in that one, but it's going to get called back. It didn't look like much from our angle here, but it's going to be a substitution. Number 10, Joshua Gillespie coming on, Emmanuel Peters. And the Burgers might change. Chock now is also coming off as well. Nicholas Koek coming off for Dinamo.
You come off with the short side as well, so ringing the changes is Cam Watson.
And Jerome Sharon coming on for Dinamo. And couldn't see who the player for the Burgers, but eventually we'll try to confirm the numbers as left lane Collins, Souza, left lane now. Good work, Peters. Good touch there from Peters. Goes to Anu. As Martinovic. And it's Joseph Lee that's come on for Chock now. Laban. Anderson just popped it up into the box. Good work by Mills. Chelina. Strong challenge that time from O'Sullivan. Got it first foot to the ball. Showed him a do not argue there. Dinamo just putting the Burgers under the pump here in that right back position. They go long. They ease the pressure off a little bit here. Laban's been good so far this afternoon as Peters getting a lot of touches early.
He really has. Really has. I like the fact he's been such a calm presence across the midfield. He's done exceptionally well at trying to get Dinamo up the park as well. So he's dictated a lot of pace of the way that Dinamo have played the game. I like the intent of Peters there as well. In a way, Martinovic, the goal scorer, looking to recreate some of the magic there, but overhits the cross. He's just going to force Joe Lee to hustle back and try to clear this. Got to be watchful of these transitions now, Dinamo. Well read by Anderson.
Anderson read that well. Had to make sure that he had enough power behind it as Laban. Martinovic is really stamping his name on this one in the second half. Laban. No one really in front of him. Anu. Probably been Dinamo's best so far as Chelina just getting out muscled. Anu, they square it. Oh, no one's there to tap it in. It was an open goal. Fulton clears long. Yokokawa to O'Sullivan. That was a big chance.
How did that not go in? How did Platt bury that? Flashing across the face of goal. A chance going begging there. And Heidelberg taking a moment to try to race up the field. To no avail. Dinamo doing well to regroup.
Dinamo now just really slowly intensifying the pressure. Good work there from McGowan. He goes over the top, just a tad too long for the goal scorer Yokokawa. Rossi releases Anderson. Anu. Lysiotis trying to shut him down. Good work there by Fulton. They get out of trouble through Durate. Lysiotis. Oh, nothing in that one as Anderson deemed to have fouled, and it's going to get the medic to come out. So they've really, it's a drinks break, so they've really been targeting Yokokawa in this game, and it just shows that even though he's been targeted, he just needs one chance, and he got that chance for that goal. But good response from Dinamo, but still got over 20 minutes left to go. What do you think they needed to continue with, Katie?
To be fair, just continue to hurry up Heidelberg, continue just to close down the space, continue just to hassle and get in and just simply push them back. Right, ultimately, they're doing really well on the ball, and I think Martinovic is going to be really important in that fullback position going forward still. I don't think much has to change from either side, to be honest. They've attacked this game the right way. I think Dinamo have come especially prepared. Dinamo know what to expect. They've come back off a heavy defeat and have come out here with a point to prove, and this shows exactly that. So, I don't know, it's just going to be a case of who can seize the moment, who can execute better, who can find that opening and take the chance when it comes, because you can be certain that that chance will come. Who's going to hold their nerve and who's going to be able to finish it? Duarte's been busy, McGowan's been busy. I hope we see Max Bisetto on here very, very shortly, because I feel like he's someone who can define this game as well. Joey Monek still in reserve, so I like the fact that Watson can still call upon his experience and in the way he runs and the way he attacks the game as well. Joe Monek, fantastic aerobic capacity, a stalwart at this level, a stalwart for Dinamo. So you'd want someone with that level-headedness and that experience to come on and steady the ship a little, if you will. But it makes for a fascinating finish to this game. It's been very, very fun to watch. The Senol NPL Victoria back in our lives over this last month or so, and how we've loved it. Potential opening in the title race as a result of Preston winning as well last night, seeing off the Avondale challenge. So Avondale putting up a challenge for Preston doing better, but Heidelberg, to be honest, they want to see this one. The 3 points on the road would be massive for them here to see off those challenges. McGowan on the shoulder of Anderson there, but Anderson does well to clear up.
Anu managed to get there in the end, but just had too many players around him. Good work. He manages to get it back, but in the end, just had a lot to do as Heidelberg now, they break through the right-hand side. Dinamo just need to be cautious here. Good work that time from Anthony Leban, getting back to help out in defensive duties. Burgers going forward, but they turn it over now. Anu and Lysiotis giving away a foul there, professional foul from Anthony Lysiotis. He knew you had to slow things down. Dinamo look to move things along quickly as Emmanuel Peters. Martinovic. Chelina. Good 1-2. Just took a heavy touch now as going forward is Girate. Oh, Girate not happy. And I'm not sure who that yellow card was. It's a Girate or 17 and 20. So Jay McGowan coming off. Max Bassetto coming on. So Katie, you called it. And Yokokawa looks like the goal scorer's day is done. And fourth official eventually number 18, Anthony Theo. So Johnny Anastasiadis has rung in the changes here.
I like the timing of it too, to be fair. A chance to freshen up the squad and get some fresh legs out there. Bassetto has that match-winning ability as well. So he'll be pretty crucial. Lines up on the broadcast wing. You might have Martinovic for company. We'll take a look at that matchup as it goes. Lesiotis again.
Here he is, Bassetto squares it. Good work from Ajakdu. They clear Dinamo. Peters used his size advantage. Anu is a tricky little player. Laban, so Dinamo get out of trouble for the meantime. They go wide. Mills. Sharon not on the same page. It's pickpocketed there from O'Sullivan. Now they're going forward here. The Burgers twisting and turning. Waiting for reinforcements. Anthony Theo blasts one over the bar.
Not quite the end product that they wanted there, Heidelberg, but the intent of Theo very much clear, and the message I think very much clear from Johnny A. Let's attack and take the chances and take the shots where we can. Try to put Rossi under pressure. He's done well, the keeper. He made some pretty big saves. He's been a very calm presence in the sticks for Dinamo. Christian Rossi. Manuel Peters now.
Dinamo now just really need to be a little bit better in possession as Collins. Mills. And really no one wanting to own the ball. Good work that time by Platt. Finds Laban. Has Peters wide to his right-hand side. Peters looking to cut back. Has Anu. Maybe just done a bit too much. Cross comes in. It was a near post. Not convincingly cleared by Souza. And Aaron Anderson just slowing things down there. You feel like Mikael Platt and Emmanuel Peters, you want to get him more involved, get him more attacking. They've got the pace. They've got the upper body strength, and you just want them to attack a little bit more. Put the pressure back on Heidelberg. We know left lane's on a yellow. They really haven't attacked him as hard as what they probably should have.
100%. And I think Platt benefits of having direct players to work off and direct players to link up with. He needs that almost second striker, so I want Peters to be cutting in as much as he possibly can and just try to link up with Platt as much as possible. If that means Dinamo have to pick up the pace and go a bit more direct, then so be it. We know they've had a lot of success trying to jump, controlling a lot of the tempo through Laban in midfield, but they might have to throw caution to the wind if they're going to win here.
Martinovic trying to create some space. He goes back to Anu. They might concede a bit ground. Anderson. Bit of a shove that time from Anthony Theo. They go back to Anderson now. Under 15 minutes left to go here in his Senol Round 6 NPL Victoria match. It's Laban driving forward. He puts it through. Peters. Will he keep it in? He does just. Low cross. Shot comes in, it's on! Oh.
How on earth did that not go in? Mikhail Platt bouncing the shot off the left post. It looked dead to rights. They follow up here again, Dinamo.
Still going forward. An offside flag is raised. What a chance that was. It was good work from Peters. Just having a look at the replay. Platt did everything right. And it just landed in Yaron Souza's hands perfectly. An inch the other way, and they could have been in front. That's a big let off there. If the scores stay like this, you feel like Dinamo will be disappointed with a draw. I mean, coming into this game, they would have been happy, but the way they played today, chance here. Can he shoot? He does! He scores! And Mikhail Platt makes up for that one. And a Dinamo chance. Ring around the ground as they take the lead.
Unbelievable. That's a loose pass at the back. The beneficiary is Mikhail Platt burying the shot. It takes a touch off Souza, but he won't care one bit. What a strike from Mikhail Platt. Denied heartbreakingly by the left post moments ago. He makes no mistake with that one. Thumps it past. Dinamo go direct, and Dinamo have taken the lead here at their home deck. They've been good value. They've been fantastic this afternoon. All that was missing was the chance. All that was missing was that execution, and now they've found exactly that. And that makes for a grandstand final 10 minutes here, but fair play, Dinamo. They've been outstanding this afternoon. And fair play, Mikhail Platt. Has to persist and persist, and he's done exactly that. Spot on from the marksman, spot on for Dinamo.
Well, they've got to get their heads back in order now. They really need to turn their attention. It's going to be a frenetic finish, as you've mentioned, Katie. It has to be everyone on the same page. It has to mean 110% effort. They can't afford to drop below that. And now the Burgers are tasked with trying to get back into this game. Lesiotis, they need a big final minutes here as Fulton. Peters getting back to help. It's all hands on deck. As I'm not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but either way, it's gone out almost to the corner flag. But this is a big moment in this game. Dinamo, like I said, they've had their chances, they've had their moments, Katie, and you just felt one or two of those could find the back of the net. They'll be in the lead, and it has happened, but we're still a long way to go. 10 minutes might sound like it's not a long time, but it'll be a lifetime for the players and the supporters watching and at the ground as well.
It will feel like an eternity for these players and for the fans in attendance, the Dinamo faithful in attendance here. I reckon there might be even good value for a third here. Dinamo, they're not looking to sit back and rest on their laurels. Peters on the break. In a way, cross comes across. Has the on-rushing run of Jerome Charan from midfield, but he can't quite get to it. Not resting on their laurels one bit. This is fantastic football, end-to-end stuff here at Fox Street.
It's just going to be, as we said, all hands on deck. Focus has to be laser pinpoint accuracy as left lean going short to Pesetto, trying to just create enough space, but Peters slowing things down. Souza coming up. It's Collins. Goes over the top. It's a lovely ball, and it's an offside position there. So a sigh of relief by the home fans. As you're just having a look at that replay, you're right, Yaron Souza, it was a poor pass, turned it over to Laban, and Laban just put it on a platter to Mikhail Platt, who put everything he had behind that one to find the back of the net. Souza did manage to get a hand, but wasn't enough.
He had to lash. He had just to put his laces through it, didn't he, Mikhail Platt? Just go for it and get it done. Don't worry too much about placing it. Just hit it as sweet as you can, and it will take care of the rest. Dearie me.
There might have been a change from the Heidelberg. We didn't manage to catch that one, so we'll try to confirm numbers shortly. But Dinamo look like to make one more change. Looks like Pivorovsky. Can Heidelberg or Collins just stop that ball just enough? Left lean. Basetto moving to the centre of the field. He gets slowed down a little bit. Anthony Theo out wide. Heidelberg will look to attack at all chance they get. Lesiotis still going. Lesiotis, important block there by Aaron Anderson. This is a big moment in the game now. Heidelberg have to respond here. Can Dinamo hold the attack? It's cleared by Laban. And that will get the substitutions going. Number 11, Joey Manake, and number 20 will come on. 14 is Inu, and number 20, Alex Sipivorowski.
Just adding a bit more strength in midfield, I think. Chepivorovsky just trying to see this one out. Is Cam Watson just taking a moment just to refresh his playing stocks here. Don't think they're exactly looking to park the bus material here. But they're going to stay solid. They're going to stay compact between the lines and look to maybe hit on the break through Peters.
Left lane. Durutink over the top. Oh, Martinovic didn't see it. Basetto. It'll be a Dinamo throw. 5.5 minutes left to go plus stoppage time. Oh, they turn it over in a dangerous position. It's Humbert. I'm not sure who that was to, but he's pretty much gone to the Dinamo bench. And Dinamo will slow things down as much as possible. What do they do, Katie? Do they still play their game, or do they do the stop-start football? What would you do if you're in Cam Watson's shoes?
Stay as you are. Stay as you are. Just try to sit and hit now, I think, as well. Just maybe not commit too many numbers forward, but don't feel the need to park the bus, because that's just going to invite Heidelberg onto you, and that's what Heidelberg thrives upon. They don't have Yokokawa to call on still, but they just need to stay smart here. They need to play every game on its merits. Play every ball on its merits like Aaron Anderson does there, just opting for the safety of the touchline. Nothing fancy, nothing silly, just get through it and stay focused.
O'Sullivan to bring it in. Heidelberg's trying to get numbers forward. Cleared by Du, only as far as Lesiotis. They'll get it again now. Collins goes back to Souza. Left lane has Fulton to his left, but chose to ignore him. Souza. Home fans asking for a full-time whistle. Still early days, but worst thing the referee can say is no. As Dinamo now have to turn their attention to defence. Trying to spread the field here. Fulton eventually gets it. Lesiotis. And that one goes over for the kids to chase in the background as the substitution here. Marcus Humbert coming off. Angus Taylor looks to come on.
Can we play you every week is the chant from the Dinamo fans.
A bit early, still 3 minutes to go plus stoppage time today.
They love it. They absolutely love it. And this is what we love about the NPL Victoria football. Even on top of a cherry picker, on top, meters away from the ground level, you can hear every little thing. These intimate surrounds of Fox Street.
Well, they'll be definitely happy after last week's poor showing. They are moments away from securing a big win for them. As they go wide, it's Basetto. Martinovic just has to hold his ground. Good work there. And it's going to be a corner. Probably a bit unlucky. I thought it did come off Max Basetto. Dinamo can hold on. It'll be their second win of the season. 2.5 minutes left to go plus stoppage time. It's Basetto with the corner. He goes short. Back to Basetto. Squares it. Oh, it's flicked through. Basetto! He's gone the wrong side of the post, Katie.
He had the goal at his mercy. That might have been the chance for Heidelberg United, but Christian Rossi very much alert to the danger, and he cut the angle off. He made himself big. He did that absolute basics that goalkeepers are taught to do. Basetto will be kicking himself at that. We're nearly into stoppage time area, so I don't know how many more chances he's going to get at this.
Rossi trying to milk as much time as he can. 90 seconds of normal time left to go. Strong header. It's flicked over. Basetto, good work there from Manny Peters. Martinovic put his foot through. A rousing applause by the home fans. And that's the effort they want. The Dinamo chance goes up. Martinovic didn't even know where it was. It came off the back of his head. Ajax they're putting their bodies on the line. I'll make the substitution. Mikael Platt come off. And it's that man, Joey Monet, to come on. Can he put the finishing touches on this one, Katie?
And Mikael Platt is going to milk every last moment of this. He gets the hurry up from our man in the middle.
5 minutes.
5 minutes is now confirmed by the assistant referee. Monek enters the field. The atmosphere at a fever pitch here at Fox Street. Riding every moment, riding every wave by the Dinamo faithful. They can sense a special result in the offing here.
Mikael Platt milked every second of that one to the point where he was close enough to get a card for his efforts. But he did the right thing, and now it's going forward here. Can they pinch another one here, Dinamo? We've got 5 minutes of added time, and it starts now. It will be a nervous 5 minutes for the Churchill faithful. They'll be riding every bit of emotion on this one. I hope you've enjoyed this round 6 Senol NPL Victoria match. Despite the result, Katie, Heidelberg might be still on top by goal difference. Headed away by Fulton. Can Joey Monet find something? Anderson. Martinovic sends it high ball, follows it up himself. Good work by Peters. Flicked on, it's Peters now. He gets it into the box. Peters, shot comes in. Oh, Collins got his head in the way. Not out of trouble yet. Peters.
Brilliant. Doesn't blaze away. They keep it buried in the corner. Monek drifting offside by the assistant referee's estimation there, the linesman's estimation. But that's a smart few moments off the clock. Keeping it in the pocket, keeping it deep in the corner there. Forces Sosa to get the hurry on now.
90 seconds played of added time. Clears. Heidelberg look to go forward again. Cleared. Falls for Collins. Collins driving forward, trying to find that killer blow. Laban. It falls to Peters now. He's got Monet. Oh, just couldn't beat the final man. It was set for a grandstand finish for Joey Monet, but unfortunately couldn't get there. Ball over the top. Anderson. Lesiotis. Taylor. Cross comes in. Eye falls. Fulton. The Dinamo chant goes up.
The noise tells the story there. Fletcher Fulton had still a fair bit to do there. Sends the volley over the bar, but I have a feeling he might have had better a moment or two just to maybe control the ball and then just plan the shot from there. Easy for us to say up here on our vantage point, however. He's been solid this afternoon, and that might have been the last chance. Rossi been given the hurry up. Can't be long left in this one.
60 seconds left to go. The whistles go around at Churchill Reserve. It's flicked on. Collins will go back to Souza. They've got to throw everything and the kitchen sink. Will Collins. He manages to find O'Sullivan. It's a turnover now. Sepivorovski looks to go down the line, but Manuel Peters not on the same page. 30 seconds left to go here. They have to go forward at every chance they get. Collins goes long. Besetto flicks it down the line to the round of applause by the home fans. And that might be just enough. You know, it's not your day when the Dinamo fans are singing "Can We Play You" every week.
The noise once again telling us the story. They are a vocal crowd, and one of the more intimidating atmospheres, I think, in the NPL Victoria, in the bestest way. Highly partisan, but now every second crucial. Every blade of grass crucial. Can't be long left now.
It might not be the hill, Haiti. It might be the concrete edge, but they're still full of voice. The Dinamo faithful. Mills just moves it forward. Referee hasn't looked at the clock. He does now. We've played almost 5 minutes of at a time here. Souza goes long. O'Sullivan bustling forward. Good challenge from Mills. And that'll be it. And Dinamo will claim all 3 points in his Senol Round 6 NPL fixture. What a win, Katie, especially after last week's poor performance. They backed it up, and there's been a different Dinamo side today, and they claim all 3 points.
Remarkable result this is, and then I understand that we're in the early season, but nevertheless this could be a defining result for both of these sides' campaigns. At different ends of the spectrum, we know coming into this game, but that mattered little, that mattered nothing to Cam Watson's Dinamo. Cam Watson's Tricky Blues, they came prepared, they came ready for this contest with a point to prove nevertheless after being dispatched last week. Excellent mentality within the group to regroup and to come out here with a point to prove. They were the better side for longer. I know that they had to stay patient as well. They had to adjust. They had to ride the pressure that Heidelberg put on them. But remarkable defensive effort, remarkable attacking effort from Mikhail Platt, Martinovic as well. Beautiful performance as well from him, and that goal will be right up there, I think, for goal of the week almost. What a result! What a remarkable result here on home deck for Dinamo. Unbelievable.
Well, on behalf of everyone here, Katie Lembeski and Alex Sivkorowski, we can't thank you enough for your support. Round 6 is done and dusted. It's almost a couple more days till we're back into round 7. We thank you all for tuning in. We hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and hopefully your team won.